Alright, boys. I didn't trade today. This is just a setup that I saw. I've been taking a little bit more losses than I like lately, so I stayed off the markets. But I see on social media a lot of people lost today, and there's a reason why. So if we go to the 15 minute, alright. If we go to the 15-minute market open, right, we have draws and liquidity towards the upside and to the downside. I really like the draws and liquidity towards the downside because there's a lot of imbalances in the price action up here. But in my head, price can go either way. So I want to see either the London high get taken out or I want to see the London low get taken out and see reactions off of there. That's really what I'm seeing. I do also do see this SMT. So if we do end up coming towards the London high and getting a reaction, that's primal for me. So back to market open. Market opens in a little weird way, but I end up seeing an entry that I like, and I like take it, but I don't really take it, if you know what I mean. Like I set out my stop loss and I take profit, but I didn't really actually execute the trade because I've really just been trying to get back into my groove since the year started, and yeah, it played out perfectly. We sweep these low levels of liquidity here, which is one thing that I notice. Like, not any like high 5 minute levels of liquidity, but mainly just like lower levels of strong liquidity. We sweep out, and then we end up getting filled into this for 1 minute fair value gap. Reactions out of it. Now we sweep out the London high, right? But all right, if we're sweeping out high levels of liquidity and we're gonna get a downside reaction, right? We're gonna sweep out the London high and we're gonna shit the bed. But that's not what happened here. We swept out the London high and we're still pushing up higher. At this point in time, ES is about to take out the London high. So now I want to enter here and maybe just see what happens when we take out the London high on ES. And this, I'm pretty sure this is a 15-minute gap right here. Yeah, this 15-minute gap right here. I want to see what's going to happen whenever we touch that 15-minute gap. So we touch it and we end up moving higher and higher and higher and higher and higher until we consolidate for a little bit. Holding structure at this 1 minute bullish for value gap. Never mind. So we do end up hitting take profit on our mock trade. Again, I just been trying to get my psych right. I've been taking a lot of losses recently, more losses than I like to admit it, and just been trying to get my head straight. But this a reason why most of y'all lost is because y'all never waited for a high level reaction, right? When market opened, we were trading in a zone. We're still just trading in the zone. So until I see a sweep of high levels of liquidity, I can't really base what I want to do in the markets, right? So once we took out the London high and I realized that we're still going bullish, that gives me a little confirmation that okay, yeah, it might be safe to take a trade here, and we might be targeting higher level of liquidity like an Asia high, or maybe like there's not even a 15-minute high, maybe this 15-minute high or this 5 minute high along the way. But that's really what I saw. A lot of y'all were scared by the imbalances in price. I know that we had this imbalance right here. I know we had this imbalance right here. But don't let things like that scare you, honestly, because you could just move your stops to break even, right? So when market entered this 15-minute bullish value gap, I would have definitely moved my stops to break even. If we want to react, because think about it this way, right? If we're going to react downwards, where are we going to react? We're going to react at this point or this point. Those are the 2 points where my trade could become invalid, or my trade ideal that we're going to go long could be invalid because maybe we fill in this gap right here while ES takes out the London high and we go downwards. So idealistically, that's not what happened, but that's why we enter a little bit early and use our break even point. On top of that, it wouldn't have been the most ideal entry because we didn't really get the break structure, but I'll take it as on a scale of like 1 to 5. probably a 3.5 to 4 type of entry. Uh, but with that, I'm really gonna. I mean, I'm still gonna be making YouTube videos and stuff over the weekend, but I'm really just trying to get my head right now. I appreciate y'all. Y'all boys have a good one.